Hi, this is Dana, and I'll be trying to wrap up the videos I made so far. Um, basically, the bottom line is I got out a number of messages which God wanted me urgently to put out at this point in time because we are now at, as I said in the beginning, a situational karmic cycle ending. Today is full moon. The karmic board meeting is on 21st. And at this point in time, a situational karmic cycle ends um, of made up of many repetitive karmic cycles created through bondage creation, through deception, through lies, through stealing identities of individuals, creating karma in their name, acting like them, speaking like them, imitating them, stealing their own identity and energy, just in order to create in their name certain situations. Karma, I'm sorry, it's very early in the morning still for me. Um, just so they can steal their rights, so they can put in certain positions and people that they can control, so they can steal the abundance, the money that are associated with that energy and with those rights from divine realm. Um, Essentially, all of these madness, which I described in a few videos so far, um, affect divine judgment. They affect and they block access to Akashic record. They are faking the divine reality, the divine truth. And this is creating a chaos not only here in 3D, but also in the divine realm, where essentially what God has shown me is that God is fed up with facing souls at judgment time, whereas they say, oh, we've been deceived, we didn't know, we didn't do this is fake karma. And God would say, yes, but they tricked you, and now the karma, they transfer the karma on you. I will not allow for you to pay a fake karma that you were not aware of. But I did send you guidance. I did send you prophets. I did give you signals. You should have worked on that. You should have come to me more often. You should have asked justice. You should have claimed justice, judgment, and punishment while you were dealing with them. So I can be able to show you the truth, so you can fight for yourself, because you went in 3D with a purpose. But instead of following your purpose, you got deceived, you got tricked, you got diverted from your path, and you essentially either were completely unaware of what was being done, but they used your energy and your rights to do this harm because they had no power to do so. So you have more responsibility and accountability to take on into this, because I gave you rights, I gave you instruments to come to me and to ask my help. As I said, the overall message is that this is a situational karmic cycle when God is decided, is firmly decided to end this. People need to understand how their identity is being stolen, and there are individuals who play a role of being them, and they are doing things in their name. They're transferring karma to them, and there are numerous ways in which they do this. I just described a few. I will continue to make videos and explain different ways of attacks. I've been doing conscious spiritual fighting for 40 years now, and I have written down many types of attacks. I wrote on Facebook, on my Facebook page, for 40 years, almost 400 articles in which prophetic messages in which I describe this. Um, but the overall message at this point in time, because this is a critical timing and God wants everybody to understand this, is that you have to take responsibility and accountability of who you are and what's the power of your identity, and how, if that is stolen from you, it affects not only you, but it affects many others who, in their turn, they will face God at the divine judgment. And then again, they will use excuses for not knowing. But then again, you have to make the effort to learn this truth. You have to make the effort to meet God and to understand what is going on. You have to make the effort to go within in introspection, to clean your energy, and to stand back when something is being told to you, but it doesn't feel right. It doesn't seem to match your principles. Um, and it is recognized, of course, in the divine realm and in the karmic board that this is done by black magic and so much else, sorcery, necromancy, sympathetic magic, and stolen identity, and so on, which is not the usual way that the light worker is used to fight. But I'm here to tell you that you have to learn this new way of fighting. You have to understand the logic of darkness and of the people who work with darkness. And you have to start standing up and breaking these bondages, expose them, claim justice, judgment, and punishment, because this is the only way to find out the hidden bondages created on you. Otherwise, there is no other way. Only with in dialogue with the divine, with God, you can actually learn what was done on you and in your name. And if you don't do this and you give undeserved forgiveness, you will never find out. They will get away with murder. They will transfer karma to you, and then you will end up an embodiment or an incarnation, going back with nothing solved but more bondages and more karma, fake karma created on you and on others with your power, because there are those from old souls who have enormous power attached to their energy. So they succeed in doing incredible harm on others who don't have the same power as you to actually stand up. And the entire secret is to expose them, to break the bondage, and to punish them, and to take back your energy and the rights they stole from you, to cut them off so they won't have access to your energy, so they won't be able to actually continue to do this. This is the entire situation why God decided to create ascension in order to send energy uploads so truth can be revealed, so you can actually start understanding, so you can actually start figuring out. And then it's just one step which you have to make, namely to claim justice, judgment, and punishment. Ask God to reveal everything to you, because there is no way that you can understand everything that is being done. It's as I gave a few examples, it's a mad logic. um, no individual of light can imagine all this craziness. I was, each and every single time when God revealed bondages created on me, I was in shock. I couldn't believe it. I was in dismay. I was like, this is not possible. This is not true. How can they do this? How can they use my identity like this? And God said, well, because all of you from light, you just see some things, some wrong things they do, and you just think they're silly, they're stupid. This is not serious. This is not to take into account seriously. And you just sit and wait for God to make judgment on everyone, but you don't claim it. You never claim it. And then under the darkness, that is the intensity of darkness in 3D, you're not able to see if you don't claim justice and judgment, because it's hidden. It's much of this is under password encoded. They seal a situation from you in a bubble of darkness, dark energy, sort of like a curse, and it's a password encoded and nobody can see it. You look at the papers and you don't see the words that you need to see. This is the dark creation. This is spells. This is password encoded, sealed situations, hidden bondages, and you're not able to see it with usual means under the 3D darkness and intensity. So this is why you must claim justice, judgment, and punishment. You must not give undeserved forgiveness. I will tell you one more time, Why? Not only because you don't see what they do, but because, as I said, in stealing identities and parallel realities, they create a scenario and they create embodiments in people around you. They might not be guilty of choosing themselves to betray you, but they cannot uphold their light in the darkness attack sent to them. And for them, it becomes a material reality. So, for example, you have a wife, let's say, and they make an embodiment in her of being, a prostitute to betray you, to cheat on you, to lie, to steal from you, and stuff like this. Well, if that person cannot uphold their light in fighting the darkness, for them, this will become, under darkness attack, this will become from a parallel reality, a material life reality. These are people around you, and some of us also have the responsibility to fight, because some around us are not able to fight. They don't have our ability, our power. They didn't go through as much um, spiritual path as we did in different lifetimes, and hence you fighting is their only chance, that light would be reestablished, divine will reestablished, divine truth reestablished. For example, Prince led that spiritual fight which I described. By doing that, through his fight, he transmuted darkness on earth, and we, many of us, were able to see around us. Each of us, through their own fight, can do the same thing as Prince, namely transmuting enough darkness from 3D, so it will make it more bearable for others, so others can start seeing themselves, so others can start fighting themselves, so they can start seeing what is being done on them. Because if you do all of this cleanup, which I have been describing in previous videos, you are able to sense this darkness energy which is being sent to you. You might not understand it, but you can sense it and you can understand something is wrong. I did so years before I claimed justice for the first time. And I could understand that something is wrong, something is being done. I couldn't understand how and why and who. But as God came and taught me, just claim justice, judgment, and punishment, because this is what is happening to you. And this is when I started doing this, and I started understanding that all of the things that I was just transmuting and ignoring and leaving to God to judge them, essentially were things that I should have fought against. I should have stood up and confront them. I should have fought for myself, because, of course, God will make judgment and justice at some point. But there are missed opportunities. Meanwhile, and you have to live the consequences of that, and others around you have to live the consequences of this delay. I will come back again with other videos in which I will detail different types of attack. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel, so we can spread this information which I received through my spiritual work and fight, to as many as needed. Thank you.